Hi, my name's Aaron Parker. I'm a solution architect at Insentra. We're going to talk about FsLogix. So there's lots of goodness, I think, to talk about what FsLogix do and what it can do for our customers and our partners. Obviously, FsLogix is a company based out of the US, smart bunch of guys, long history in delivering applications or desktop environments. So they've got four products. Four key products that I think are really focused at physical and virtual desktop environments, and that's FsLogix application masking, FsLogix Java version control, profile containers, and Office 365 containers. So profile containers and Office 365 containers are a really easy way to deliver end users a great user experience. They really revolve around virtual desktop environments, not so much physical. So with profile containers and Office 365 containers, we take a virtual desktop or a virtual disk, essentially, attach that to the user's desktop when they log on, and we do things like deliver their profile instantly. So we reduce logon times. With Office 365 containers, we improve the user experience for virtual desktop environments. So what we're doing there is delivering that user that physical PC-like experience in their virtual desktop environment. So things like Outlook, for example. Users know how Outlook works on a physical PC. They want it to work exactly the same way in a virtual desktop environment. OneDrive for Business, exactly the same thing. People migrating to Office 365, they want to use OneDrive for Business. They want that to work in a virtual desktop, just like it works on a physical PC. And also Skype for Business. Everyone's migrating to Skype for Business. When users start up Skype for Business, they want it to start instantly. They want their address book to work and be available to them instantly. So if we consider Outlook, for example, we want to enable cache mode. We've migrated to Office 365, or even if we have an on-prem Exchange mailbox, we want to deliver that user that cached Outlook Exchange, or Outlook mode, so that it works, Outlook looks and feels just like it does on a physical PC. We also want to enable Windows search. So the user knows that what it's like on a physical PC when they open their mailbox and they want to search for an item, they have results there available instantly. We want to deliver the same thing under XenApp, XenDesktop, VMware Horizon, whatever it is. Enable cache mode, we enable Windows search, index that mailbox, and the user gets that local-like experience just like they expect. And because these are non-persistent environments, they log on next day, they get exactly the same experience that they had yesterday. As I said, same thing for OneDrive for Business. So technically, Microsoft doesn't actually support OneDrive for Business under, say, XenApp or remote desktop services, but with FsLogix we can do that. We can capture the OneDrive client, we can capture the OneDrive sync folder, and make OneDrive for Business work just like it works on a physical PC. So the great thing about the approach that FsLogix has taken is that it's environment independent. What I mean by that, it's independent of the hypervisor underneath. So it could be XenServer, vSphere, Hyper-V. It could be public cloud like Microsoft Azure or AWS. It's also independent of the delivery mechanism. So Citrix XenApp, XenDesktop, VMware Horizon, Microsoft RDS, and even others like things like WorkSpot and so on. So all these new players. So because it's an agent that lives inside the desktop, it's independent of the underlying platform. It's independent of the delivery mechanism. So it works across everything. So yeah, we've been talking to a lot of partners recently who are, say, MSPs, and they're looking to deliver desktop as a service. And it's always that same challenge, the user experience. So they're bundling the desktop applications, access to the customer environment at a sort of monthly cost or per user monthly cost. And they're wanting to sort of differentiate themselves from their competitors, perhaps. And the way they're doing that is by concentrating on the end user experience. Users know what that physical PC desktop experience is like. They know how their applications work. They know that when they log on to a desktop, all their preferences are there, their mailbox is there, Skype, OneDrive for Business, whatever it is, it's there and it works the way that they expect. So they want the exact experience in a virtual desktop environment. So our partners can protect their investment or provide a better user experience and better value for money by putting in things like FsLogix profile containers, Office 365 containers for that user experience. And on the other side, it's about management of that environment. So An MSP, for example, is delivering a multi-user, multi-tenant environment perhaps to their customers, and different customers have different applications. And they're looking at the ways that they can simplify delivery of those images. So I have an image with lots of applications in it. I can use FsLogix application masking to say, perhaps hide and show the applications depending on who the user is. And that might be for security reasons, it might be for application licensing reasons, or it might be enterprise applications that perhaps use Java, for example. I can juggle multiple versions of the JRE and deliver that through the same desktop. So deliver a better user experience, simplify the way that they manage their desktop environments. Well, I break it down in probably a couple of key areas, and I've said it a few times now, it's user experience. You know, if I want to protect the investment that I have, whether I'm a partner delivering desktop as a service or whether I'm a customer who has an on-prem virtual desktop environment, I want to protect the investment I have in that. And the way I do that is I make happy users. And the only way I do that is deliver a great user experience. So the profile containers, Office 365 containers, is a key piece of doing that. And then from an IT perspective, the application masking Java version control is a way for them to simplify the way that they deliver those desktops, the way they deliver applications. And then if I'm doing things like I might be looking at Citrix app layering, I might be looking at VMware app volumes. These are great solutions for delivering applications into virtual desktop environments. I can use FsLogix application masking in concert with these two solutions to perhaps simplify them again, or solve application licensing challenges and so on, just simplifying the way IT manages those desktop environments. Easy, so easy. I talk to partners and customers a lot about the simplicity, and this is what I really like about the FsLogix approach, is their simplicity in their architecture. And I usually talk about it as no architecture. So the way FsLogix has approached, or the approach to their product, is that the only architecture they have really is the agent, nothing else. Everything else fits in with your existing environment. So I would install my agent in my master image, and then I use my existing storage. I do my configuration, perhaps through solutions I already have, like group policy and so on. So I don't have to deploy any management architecture backends. Don't have to change anything, or my approach to the way I'm actually delivering my desktops just slots in exactly or into the environment I already have. So it's all about simplicity. So great thing about the Insentra model is we work through our partners and their customers. Insentra is the distributor for FsLogix. So the way that we would resell FsLogix to customers is only through our partners. So whether a partner is an MSP and they're building FsLogix into their existing licensing model, whether it's a partner working with an existing customer, we're going to resell and support FsLogix through our partner relationships and their customers. Citrix and VMware have both come out in the past, 18 months or so on, with VMware with app volumes, Citrix with app layering, and these are about simplifying the way that IT delivers applications into their virtual desktop environments. So I can capture my applications into a virtual disk and attach those to the device or the virtual desktop when the user logs on or when I compose that master image. So it simplifies the application packaging and so on. But I have a challenge with that in that I still have all my applications I have to put into application layers per se. And what I might want to do is perhaps reduce the number of layers that I have from a performance perspective, but maybe from a management perspective as well. So FsLogix app masking is complementary to both of those products, is that I can reduce the number of images that I have. And we even have a customer, for example, using Citrix app layering, who's actually getting better performance out of the environment by combining Citrix app layering and FsLogix app masking in their XenApp environment and delivering those applications to users on demand, making users happy, simplifying things for IT. Well, I know the guys at FsLogix, so especially a number of them for quite a number of years, so I got a great relationship with the guys. But also from a product perspective, it's just in the simplicity in their approach, the simplicity in the architecture, the deployment and management of the FsLogix components is just so easy to deploy and manage and so on. It's exactly what we need in IT. We need ways to do more with less, spend less time on delivering applications and so on, and FsLogix has really, I guess, cracked that nut. So because Insentra is the distributor for FsLogix in the ANZ region, we can assist with evaluations, technical queries and pricing. And if you want to find out more info, just email fslogix@insentragroup.com.